Did you know Fontaine isn't just based on France, but actually by demonology, Roman god, underwater kingdoms, and a lost civilization, and even the Phantom of the Opera? Let's dive right into the deep lore you probably didn't know about Fontaine. Okay, starting off, Fontaine literally means fountain in French. In addition, Fontaine may also be partially inspired by the Belle Epoque, a period of French history in the late 19th century. But it actually gets deeper. For example, you've got places like petrichor. This is the scientific term for the smell when rain or water hits dry earth or asphalt. The Belleau region. This name is actually a mashup of belle, beautiful, and eau, water, and poisson. This actually just means fish in French. Okay, this is where things get juicy. Let's take a look at the names of several characters. For example, Ursula comes straight out of the Ars Goetia, a demonology grimoire. She's a tragic water demon, the ruler of storms, a spirit who wanted to do good but failed. Sounds familiar, right? Furina is probably inspired by Furina with double R, a Roman goddess of fresh water springs. Then we have Navia. This probably comes from navis, which means ship. Then we have Neuvillette. This literally means new town, and in my opinion also fits perfectly. He's obsessed with law, order, rebuilding the city, and becomes the new archon or mayor of the town. Egeria. She was actually a mythical Roman nymph. Escoffier is probably based on Auguste Escoffier from 1846 to 1935 and was a really famous French cook. Yep, also a cook. Crazy, right? He was often called the king of cuisine and also wrote one of the most influential cooking books, Le Guide Culinaire. But even the NPCs hides references. Huil. Huil is actually a real town in France. The name Narzissenkreuz is German for Narcissus Cross, directly referencing the Greek myth of Narcissus, a beautiful youth who fell in love with his own reflection in a pool of water. Or Chemin de l'Espoir actually means path of hope. Lumidus means gentle light. But then you get hit with Morte, which simply means dead. Okay, let's get into the French DNA of Fontaine. Fontaine isn't just French coded. It is actually built from French cultural history. The opera Epicles literally screams Phantom of the Opera. Okay, Genshin Impact's boss names Dirge of Coppelia and Nemesis of Coppelius aren't random too. They are direct references to the 1870 ballad Coppelia ou la fille au jeu de mail, where Coppelius is a mad doll maker and Coppelia is his lifelike puppet, perfectly fitting for Fontaine's themes of artificial life and tragic clockwork creations, right? Then the Spina de Rosula mirrors the Jacobins from the French Revolution, rebels with a cause and a heavy price. And even the characters mirror icons. Furina is basically like Marie Antoinette, glamorous, dramatic, and tragically isolated. Or we could actually compare Navia with Jeanne d'Arc, a young heroine fighting for justice. Okay, now comes the mythical part. Melusines are actually based on medieval legends of Melusines, half woman, half serpent, or fish. Then we have Elinas, named after the mythical king who fathered the Melusines. Irenaeus is a reference to the Greek Furies, goddesses of vengeance. Celestia Plains. Celestia was actually the Roman goddess of the sea's salt water. The fortress of Merope was actually a tragic Greek figure tied to loss and isolation. Fitting for a place where people are getting locked in, right? Fort Charybdis. Charybdis was a terrifying sea monster that swallowed whole ships. And even Lynette is a nod to Arthurian legends, a stoic woman who tests knights with silent trials. Fontaine is full of mythological fingerprints. But here's the part a lot of people miss. Remuria is based on Lemuria, a 19th century theory of a lost civilization beneath the sea. Sound familiar, right? A powerful, wise civilization drowned beneath waves. Forgotten, echoing through runes and memories. So, Fontaine isn't just a beautiful region. It's layers upon layers of mythology, tragedy, rebellion, and ancient symbolism, all disguised beneath a sparkling, watery surface. So, next time you walk through Fontaine, remember, every character, every name, every drop of water is telling centuries-old stories. If you learned something new, please consider leaving a like and hit the subscribe button and tell me in the comments below which hidden meaning surprised you the most. Thank you for watching and bye bye.